first became interested in karate from Bruce Lee. My dad was a big fan. He loved martial arts shows, and he thought it would be really good for my confidence and being able to meet some new friends, and I fell in love with it and I've been doing it ever since.
How I become interested in karate. So karate have been present in my family since day one. Okay, my dad is a sensei also. He was my sensei. He has 45 years plus in experience in karate. So right now I have 32 years practicing karate.
I started karate when I was 5 years old. I remember I was in the car with my dad, and suddenly we saw a bunch of karateka running on the street, and he asked me if I like. I said yes, and the next day I started this adventure.
I became interested in karate, well, my dad did karate, and then he made me do it, and he promised me that once I got my black belt, I could quit. But at that point, I had started competing and just making unforgettable memories and just meeting the most incredible people, and there was no hope for quitting anymore.
I was never super interested in it. My brother did it for my entire life, so I grew up in the dojo and I learned how to walk in the dojo. So when I turned 7, my parents sort of forced me into it and I fell in love with it.
How did I become interested in karate? When I was 4, I watched the original Karate Kid, and then from there, with a ton of inspiration, I begged my parents to put me in a karate class, and I guess I never looked back.
Biggest achievement as a karate athlete was winning a medal at the World Championships and becoming the first American in almost 20 years to do so. I was really proud of that achievement, and also winning a repeat gold medal at the Pan American Games. At the time, karate wasn't an Olympic event yet, so the Pan American Games was the largest multi-sporting event a karate athlete could do.
My biggest achievement as an athlete. So I feel there was, I made to the final in a Paris Open, okay, in 2014 with a new teammate in my team kata. So as an athlete, I think that was a dream, you know, to be in a final in a big stage like Paris Open.
My biggest achievement as an athlete was getting first place at Pan American Championship Salvador 2001 in open weight division. Also earning 6th place at World Games in Japan.
To be part of Team USA means representing where I'm from, my country, and also my sport and all the people who helped get me here. FMA has helped me get here because they have been a part of me and a part of my journey since the very beginning. All the people I've met, the senseis, and the family I've made, they've all been encouraging me and been behind me every step of the way.
Team USA has been a big dream of mine since I was eligible for it, and even before that. But being a part of it is truly an honor and privilege, and I love to wear that flag on my gi. FMA is very supportive of any of your dreams, and they'll always be there no matter what.
Representing Team USA, the Stars and Stripes, is a dream come true. You know, it's something that, I don't know, it's such an unreal experience to really say that, you know, for your sport and, you know, every time you practice, every time you go compete, it's for your country. How has FMA gotten me to this point? FMA has always had a tradition of excellence started by you know, champions from the United States. You know, I would say just being, you know, surrounded by great athletes, great sensei from the start of my career has really catapulted me onto Team USA and to keep competing at the highest level.
Biggest achievement as a sensei or coach is really the community that I've built here. I brought in incredible world-class kata and kumite coaches, and these coaches, they have a passion for the game, and we continually push every athlete to be their best, but also remind them that this is a journey, not a destination, and the process is what's most important. These are lessons that they learn for every aspect of their life.
Biggest achievement as a sensei or coach. You know, it's a tricky question because, you know, we have so many satisfaction when you're teaching, you know, for people that is not competing or goes day by days and they can achieve a goal. But I can say, like, right now I have a team kata that qualified for World Championship.
One of my biggest achievements as a sensei or coach is working with top elite athletes from Venezuelan team and help FMA athletes continue on making the USA national team.
One inspiring story that I remember so clearly is when I was about 8 years old, we were at practice and one of the senseis asked, "Where are you going to be in 5 years?" And I said, "I'm going to be on the national team." And he said, "Yeah, and we're going to get you there." And here we are.
Number one person that I'm inspired by at FMA is Sensei John Fonseca, you know, FMA's founder. He has shared with me a million stories over the years, and you know, a lot of them, you know, just, you know, growing up and thinking of him as this, you know, God, right, as somebody who I look up to every day. I don't know if I can pin down one specific inspiring story. He has so many, you know, from breaking an arm in a fight and finishing it, right? Or, you know, greater things that I have ever done that I could always look up to. And when I do end up in those large moments, just remembering his stories and pushing onward from there.
One inspiring story from a sensei or coach was, it started when I was like 8 years old, and I remember Sensei Carlos came up to me and he told me, "I have this big dream and it's to make a girls team kata, and you guys are going to make it to Worlds and the Pan American Championships." And fast forward 5 years later, and it's finally happening.
The best advice I could give parents for putting their kids in competitive karate is that it teaches your kids to get outside their comfort zone. I remember I was nervous for every competition I ever did, but it taught me valuable life lessons to face my fears, to overcome obstacles, to deal with disappointments, and no matter what, to keep moving forward.
Starting competitive karate, I think like the main role as a parent is to be there to support your kid. You know, you need to be managing a whole team, you know, timing with instructors, with psychologists, with trainers, but your main role is to support your kid, to be there for them.
Competition demands a lot of work to be successful. For that reason, I recommend to all the parents should support their kid in every situation of their career, during the tough and good moments.
Student who's joining the competition team, I would say that you need to just push through. You need to do it. You need to wake up, you need to go to class, and you need to put in your all, because there's ups and downs for everything, but in the end, it's all going to be worth it.
Piece of advice that I would give to someone new coming into the competition team would be, even if you lose, there's always going to be so many other tournaments that it's going to make you feel successful. So no matter what, keep your head up and keep going.
Advice would I give to a potential newcomer to the FMA competition team? I would say is just love what you do, right? I mean, the competition journey is so long, right? You know, right now I'm 17, and since I was 4, you know, 13 years, it's felt like forever, and I'm not even an adult yet, technically, right? So, and you know, I've experienced so many things, and you know, if you really find love in karate, run with it, and you can't ever forget why you compete, right? So I would say, if there's one advice that I have, is never let that joy leave you from karate. Remember why you started and carry that forward.